Okay kids, it's time for books. So cuddle up to Mum or Dad and let's rock and read. Today, I'll be reading you Chapter 19 and 20 of Wayside School Beneath the Cloud of Doom. Chapter 19, Pushdowns. Stephen lay on the playground, surrounded by his classmates. He grunted as he pushed down the blacktop with all his might. Nothing happened. "You can do it," urged Marisha. "Push harder, Stephen," encouraged Joe. Stephen pushed harder. He grunted louder. Still nothing. Louis, the art teacher, blew his whistle. "What's going on here?" he asked as he made his way to Stephen. "Stephen is trying to do a push-down," said Damien. "You mean a push-up?" corrected Cassie. "Why do you have to be opposite all the time?" asked Damien. "Stephen isn't pushing up, he's pushing down." "So he can go up," said Myron. Cassie didn't mean to be opposite. She discovered she liked being nice and having friends. She just really thought they were called push-ups. "How many has he done so far?" asked Louis. "None," said Jason. "But he's trying really hard." Louis kneeled and then patted Stephen on the back. Keep at it, Stephen, he encouraged. "Every day you'll get a little stronger. In a month, I bet you'll be able to do 5 push-downs." "A month?" exclaimed Dee Dee. "Stephen doesn't have a month. He has to bang the gong on Friday," exclaimed Ron. Louis raised one eyebrow. His moustache twitched. "I guess he really is the best principal ever," he muttered. "What?" asked Mac. "Never mind," said Louis. "Push hard, Stephen. The mallet is made of solid iron." Stephen grunted louder than ever. He didn't move. "I can't do it, Louis," he gasped. "Talk to Mr. Kidswater. Tell him to pick somebody else." "Oh, me!" exclaimed Joy. "Mr. Kidswater is the smartest principal in the school," said Louis. "He must have had a very good reason for choosing you." "Would you like to donate a toenail or maybe a fingernail?" Miss Jules asked. Mr. Kidswater examined his nails. "No, I'm still using mine. I need a student to bang the gong on Friday." The next thing you knew, all the little brats had their arms in the air, and they were making strange noises like "ooh, ooh," and "me, me." "You're the best principal ever," someone shouted. Those were magic words. He turned to see who had shouted them, when suddenly he saw her. That awful girl had given him that awful face. "You!" he boomed, pointing at Dana. Dana had a mosquito bite on her ankle, however, and at that moment she bent down to scratch it. Stephen sat behind Dana. He lay on the blacktop, staring up at the awful cloud. "I'm doomed," he moaned. "Look, Stephen, I don't know what will happen on Friday," Louis admitted. "I don't know if you'll hit the gong or drop the mallet on your toe, but I know this. You have to try, or else you regret it every day for the rest of your life. And whenever you hear a gong, your heart will feel terrible sadness. You really don't hear gongs all that often, Mum, now. I mean, except here. Even if you have $1 million someday," Louis continued, "you could buy your own gong and hit it every day, all alone in your great big mansion. But it won't be the same." "That is so sad," said Leslie. Paul sniffed back a tear. "So what do you say, Stephen?" asked Louis. "You want to give it one more try?" Stephen wished Louis hadn't mentioned dropping the mallet on his toe. Now that was all he could think about. He sighed and then rolled back over. He pushed as hard as he could. "You can do it, Stephen," urged Alison. "Push," said Jason. "Up," encouraged Kathy. "I mean, down. I mean, up. I mean..." Now she was really confused. Stephen rose an inch off the ground, then collapsed. Everyone cheered. "One more," urged Louis, "and then we'll go to the monkey bars and do some pull downs." 20. Inside the closet. Jason did it. He finished reading all 999 pages. He was so tired, he didn't know how he made up the stairs to Miss Jules' class. He fell asleep somewhere around the 4th floor and woke on the 28th. "Did you finish your book yet?" Alison asked him when he entered the classroom. She and Monty giggled. "Yes," said Jason. The girls' mouths dropped open. His book report only had to be 1 page, but Jason had written 10 pages. It was impossible to write only 1 page about a 999-page book. He wondered if anyone had ever written a book with more pages. Probably not. There was probably a law against writing a book with 1,000 pages or more. He brought the 10 pages and his 3 pictures to Miss Jules' desk. "I guess if somebody writes a book with 999 pages, it has to be really good," he said, "or else nobody would ever read it." "I don't know," Miss Jules admitted. "I've never read a book that long." Jason sleepily handed over all his papers. "Where's your paper clicker?" Where's your paperclip? Asked Miss Jules. It got all bent in my backpack, he explained, too tired to think about what he was saying. Unbent, really. I guess the 999-page book was too heavy for it. He showed Miss Jules his paperclip, now unbent into a crooked line. Miss Jules put her hand to her mouth, horrified. You bent your paperclip, she gasped. Unbent, said Jason. Miss Jules stood up. Better come with me, she exclaimed. She grabbed Jason by the ear and yanked him toward the door. Ow, he whimpered. Whispers could be heard from all around the room. He read a 999-page book, but he bent his paperclip. He wrote a 10-page book report, but he bent his paperclip. No, he unbent it. Everyone stop talking now, ordered Miss Jules. Do not leave your seats for any reason. She pulled Jason out of the room and slammed the classroom door behind her. She dragged him straight to the closet that wasn't there. Jason read the signs. Keep back. Do not open doors. Danger. Call the fire department if you smell something unusual. He sniffed. He didn't smell anything. Yet. Miss Jules turned the dial on the padlock as she quietly said the combination to herself. 24, 17, 6. The lock opened. But you said it wasn't there, Jason pointed out. Of course it's there, said Miss Jules. Hold this. She gave Jason one end of the heavy chain. He remained where he was, as Miss Jules took the other end and walked 4 times around the closet, unwrapping it. Then she took Jason's end from him and tossed the chain aside. It clanged against the floor. A steel bar held in place by 2 clamps still blocked the closet doors. The locks on the clamps had letters inside instead of numbers. Jason watched as Miss Jules set one lock to ABCD and the other lock to BDBC. The clamp snapped open. I'm really sorry about the paperclip, Miss Jules, said Jason. It's a little late for that now, don't you think, said his teacher. She lifted the steel bar and tossed it aside. A loud clank echoed down and up the stairs. Miss Jules walked down several steps. Jason watched amazed as she slid open a secret compartment hidden in the 3rd step from the top. She removed 2 keys, one red and one green. Each closet door had a keyhole. One was green, the other red. Miss Jules put the green key in the red hole and the red key in the green hole. I have to turn them toward each other at precisely the same time, she said, or else we'll trigger the sirens and smoke screen. Jason held his breath as he watched her turn the keys. The doors clicked open. Ever since the closet first appeared, he and his friends had been trying to guess what was inside it. They imagined all kinds of horrible things, but what Jason saw now was worse than anything they ever imagined. The closet was empty. Don't lock me in there, Miss Jules, he pleaded. I didn't do it on purpose. The book was too heavy. He tried to remember all that he'd seen and heard. 3rd step from the top, red key in green hole. 27-6-14, ABDC. It was too much. It was slipping out of his brain faster than he could remember. Call the fire department and he smelled something unusual. I want to become an unusual smell, he cried. What are you blabbering about, asked Miss Jules. Why would I lock you in the closet? She bent over. Jason looked again. The closet wasn't completely empty after all. There in the back corner was a small cardboard box. Miss Jules picked it up. A price tag stuck to its side read 89 cents. Miss Jules opened the top flap and removed a paperclip. Now, don't tell anyone where you got this, she said as she handed it to him. I won't, he promised. She put the box back in the closet, then she unlocked the doors, turning the color-coded keys in opposite direction. She returned the key to their secret hiding place. She grunted as she lifted the steel bar, and then again when she set it in place. She snapped the clamp shut and spun the dials on the locks. Jason picked up one end of the chain and walked 4 times around the closet. Miss Jules secured the padlock. I'm very proud of you, Jason, for finishing the whole book, she said. I was kind of sorry when it ended, said Jason. Teacher and student returned to class. And that was Chapter 19 and 20 of Wayside School Beneath the Cloud of Doom. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!